Hey guys, how are you? It is time for a Wednesday morning edition of the Daily Juice podcast here on BettingPros.com, always being brought to you by BetMGM. My name is Matt Peralta. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. And we are sitting on a 1-2 day at the moment, or 2-1 day at the moment, actually. Sorry, 2 prop bets we got right, both in the Discord channel. More on that here in a second. We're watching the fourth quarter of Philadelphia, late game with the Warriors. That game was in the bag for us until a 24-point lead was blown by Philadelphia. The game's been going back and forth in the fourth quarter, and I can't wait any longer. So either a 2-2 night, but down because of both of our half units not cashing, so basically down, I think, like 0.6 units, or a 3-1 day, and we're up pretty big because we got both prop bets right, and we got the basketball game right and the hockey game wrong. Man, just bad luck. The over for the Florida-Chicago game, good goaltending for Chicago, but posts getting hit, open nets not, it was just tough. So 3-2 win, right? 3-2 win for Chicago over the Florida Panthers. We had 6, so a push. We just need 1 goal to get a push out of that and get out of there. So unfortunately, we don't get there. So that stunk, but hey, it's hockey and bad breaks are going to happen. We got a huge break the night before with the over for Vegas, so maybe it was evening up here. Some bad luck, and we lost that. But we got the Joe Harris over 14.5 points. That cashed easily. And then we got the over 9.5 rebounds for Jokic. That cashed easily. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go and find 2 player props that I like, and I'm going to put them in the Discord channel. So if you don't have a link to the Discord channel, below me, okay, here on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link. If you need the link, go to YouTube, search Betting Pros. You'll see the Daily Juice podcast videos. Go into the comment section, and down below will be a link that says Discord channel link. Click that, go in, and you're in, okay? It's all free. Everything I'm ever going to do is free. Somebody DM'd me yesterday and said, can I send you a tip? And I was like, he's like, what's your Venmo? I will never ask you guys for money, ever. I may ask you to buy a t-shirt. I may ask you to buy a hat, but that's not really money to me. That's buying something off of the store for fantasypros.com/shop. That's where you can go buy Daily Juice gear. That's awesome. I love when you guys do that. Super cool. Love the pictures. But I'm never going to say, hey, give me money. No, never directly to me. If you ever see anybody asking you, pretending to be me, asking for money, no, I will never, ever ask you guys for money. This is my job. The entertainment, the interaction, and the fun and being a part of the Daily Juice community, that is payment enough for me. So no one needs to be tipping me or giving me money, okay? So stop that. But we are here today with 2 NCAA tournament bets, with 2 NHL bets, and then a lot going in the Discord channel that I can't play yet. So both player props can't play, and the Boston Celtics are in the same position that we love them to be in. They're on the road. They are dogs up against a team in Milwaukee that will run with them. The over. We love this. This is the system play for me, betting on the over for Boston on the road, catching points as underdogs. Historically speaking, the over's been very good here. So we'll look at Boston and Milwaukee coming up here today for an overplay potentially, but there's no numbers out for a variety of reasons. Trading, who's sitting, who's not. There's no book in the country that's putting up a number yet right now for that game. So once we see the total, I will then in the Discord channel tell you if I'm going to bet it or not, plus the 2 player props. So that's a full unit that might be going in the Discord channel. That's why it's really important to be part of the Discord channel, because I may be having 3 bets given away coming up here tonight or today in the Discord channel. Okay, before I give you the 4 plays here for the podcast, let me remind you about BetMGM and their great sponsorship of this podcast. They have something they're calling a Parlay Boost Token. All right, this is a parlay wager with 3 or more legs. You can bet up to $100, and it will qualify for a 10% Parlay Boost Token. Essentially, like if you were to play the Don't Bet a Parlay on Friday, you would then be able to take that and it hit for you, right? You would take $600, and they would add 10% onto that $600 on a 6-to-1 prop, right? It would be $660, okay? You can use 2 tokens every day during March Madness, okay? Here's how you get in. You log into the BetMGM Sports app or the website on any day a tournament game is being played. to receive two 10% parlay tokens. To use the token, add a parlay wager to your bet slip and activate the token. Parlay with a minimum of 3 legs, max wager of $100. If you win your boosted parlay wager, you get 10% extra winnings in cash. Please make sure to read our full terms and conditions before participating in this promotion for the Parlay Boost token with BetMGM. Okay, there we go with that. Let's get to the first game and let's do hockey first and then we'll do basketball. Hockey first. Winnipeg and Vancouver. Somebody DM'd me last night and said, Matt, take a look at what's going on right now with Winnipeg and what's going on with Vancouver and the under run that Vancouver is on. So the last 22 games for the Canucks, the under is 15-5-2. The under has been coming in consistently when they play with 1 day's rest. The under is 12-3-2. The under is 4-0-1 in their last 5 when their opponent allows 2 goals or less in the previous game, which is they lost 4-0 to Winnipeg in their last game. The under is 6-0-1 with the Canucks' last 7 games as a home underdog. They are a home underdog here to Winnipeg. They just lost 4-0. I found 6.5 at FanDuel at -138. Okay, you guys know I got to jump through hoops and whatnot to get these bets down, but I'm able to do it here. We're going to take the under. FanDuel's got it. Under 6.5 at -138. Little expensive on the juice, but I like this bet here. I like the hook. I'll pay for it. I'll pay the extra expense here. Half a unit for Winnipeg on the under 6.5 goals up against the Vancouver Canucks because of what the Canucks have been doing. Now, Winnipeg, there are some real numbers here for Winnipeg. The over is 5-1 in the Jets' last 6 games against a team with a losing record, but that one was the last game against Vancouver when Winnipeg won 4-0. Okay, so just to give you an idea, they're playing again. They're part of this interesting run here, and I mean, it's just the Jets are 7-0 in their last 7 meetings in Vancouver. So you may just say, okay, just take Winnipeg to win here today, but the juice is pretty significant on this to take Winnipeg to win at Vancouver. So I'm not really. I'm kind of like going back and forth here as to what I want to do with this game in terms of if I want to play it or not. So, it's -130, -140, somewhere in that range for Winnipeg. I'm just going to play the under 6.5 here because I think the Vancouver Canucks might be live to win the game. So, at home, Vancouver's not bad at home, so they're okay. Winnipeg won the last game. Zigzag theory. Let's go under 6.5 for the first play. Winnipeg and Vancouver under 6.5 goals at -138. I'm not going to break down the Sabres and the Pittsburgh Penguins too much here, okay? On the money line, it's ridiculous. It's -270, okay? It's just stupid. Can't do it. But the puck line, Pittsburgh on the puck line is 7-9, okay? The puck line for Buffalo actually is 7-8 on the road, but they have lost a million games in a row. And it's incredible how bad the Buffalo Sabres are. It really is just remarkable. They're 5-22 in their last 27 games. They just can't do anything. I mean, they just can't do anything against anyone. And they're losing games. It's like 7-8 games in a row now. And it's consistent when it comes to the puck line as to where the puck line is. And you're like, come on, man. You can't lose games like this badly consistently. Like, there has to be some resistance, and there's not. Starting goaltender got hurt in the last game. There's just been no resistance whatsoever for the Buffalo Sabres. And so I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to ride the trend, which is basically fade the Sabres and play the Sabres on the puck line because they can't stop anybody, and they're just so bad. Buffalo hasn't won a game in, let's see, so the road skid for them, the Sabres have now, they're 6-20-4 overall. The last time these two teams played back, Pittsburgh won 3-0 on March the 13th. The games have gone 5-2 and 3-0 in favor of Pittsburgh, both on the puck line would have been W's. 4-9-2 for the Sabres away from home now, and they haven't won a hockey game since way back against the Devils in a game that took place in, that game was played a month ago. A month ago. So it's just, it's absolutely sick how bad the Sabres are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 consecutive losses. And on the puck line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those losses have been on the puck line. Okay? So they lost a goalie. Now they're getting wrecked. Pittsburgh's at home. We're going puck line Pittsburgh minus 109 here in Vegas. I got it at Circus Sports on the puck line at minus 109. Okay? So 2 hockey plays. Winnipeg and Vancouver under 6.5. Pittsburgh Penguins on the puck line at minus 109 for hockey. Okay, let's talk about 2 basketball plays. Okay, games being played on Saturday. Let's start with Villanova and Baylor. Line is 6.5. Opened at 6. It's now 6.5. There's movement here, and so that's why I played this, because I think this number may climb and climb a bunch. The win over Wisconsin by 13 was a great sign. Awesome sign. Look, Villanova has played really, really well. They beat Winthrop by 10, and they covered. We were on Nova. I didn't play the North Texas game, but they won by 23 points, and they exploded. They just took care of business in that game, and it was awesome to see that, because it was definitely a situation where we were like, what do you do with that? Because North Texas was playing really, really well. 23-point lead, 23-point win, rather. Covered by 17 points for Villanova. Here's the problem. This is the game that Colin Gillespie's injury is just absolutely killer. The backcourt is so good for Baylor, and they can score with anybody. They score 83.8 points per game. They have the number 2 scoring margin in the country, only behind Gonzaga. Look, this is a tough matchup for Villanova here. And the line only being 6.5, Baylor, I think, is just too good. Their effective field goal percentage is 56.9. That's 3rd best. Villanova's defense, effective field goal percentage, 51.2. That's 220th in the country. Baylor takes great shots. Their backcourt is going to go off here. And without Colin Gillespie, this is the game where they get run out of the gym. This is the game where they just don't have the firepower to hang around. This is the game where this injury is an absolute killer. They've been able to, just because of their talent, and they've got great talent and great coaching, to get to the Sweet 16. Jay Wright deserves an absolute round of applause. For that injury, they lost back-to-back games without him, without Colin Gillespie, and then to come back here and win 2 games in the tournament, just incredible. But Baylor is really good, and Baylor can do everything that Nova can't stop. They can drive. They can shoot threes. They're going to rebound with Villanova. They're more physical than Villanova. They're stronger than Villanova. This is just a bad matchup for Villanova here against Baylor. I think Baylor wins this game relatively running away. I don't think this game is going to be close. I've seen a lot of people on this. This is a very popular play in the sports betting community, so I'm concerned about money getting really heavily on Baylor, and the number starts to push this up more and more. But I think with all the books, all these dogs barking for the books that we've all been talking about over the last 2 days, this is not one of them. All right, this is just a bad matchup, and Baylor is second, third, first, whoever, depending on your opinion as to where they are in the pecking order for teams in the country. I'm taking Baylor here. No Colin Gillespie, huge injury. I'm laying the 6.5 with Baylor up against Villanova. I want that number before it rises any more than it already did. I missed the best number. 6 was the best number. It's 6.5. I'm going to roll here with Baylor at plus 6.5. Second play, Houston and Syracuse on Saturday. Here's the thing. This is where the injury to Giroux is just monster for Houston. If you saw what happened when he went out of that game at the end of the game, in their last game against Rutgers, he had to come back in, and he had to fight with that injury. Every time he got clipped on a screen, he had to go back out. He's got a really bad hip pointer. They've shot it up, okay? They've numbed it. But the pain is so significant that when he gets hit on that hip, he really has a tough time. And when he's not in the game, their offense is a mess. I mean, just an absolute mess. Him coming back in saved their entire season for him to gut it out and go through it. But against Syracuse, against this 2-3 zone, this is a really bad matchup for Houston. I think Syracuse money line is a very smart play, and I may be on it. I'm not there yet, but I'm taking Syracuse, and I'm taking Buddy Boeheim, and I'm taking this offense to keep on shooting. They can shoot threes with Houston, and I think Syracuse's 2-3 zone is going to make a real difficult time. I think it's going to be really hard, but that Giroux injury is so big, in my opinion. Houston absolutely has to have him, and with him not looking like 100%, and I don't think he's going to be where he wants to be, I think this is a problem. I know Houston's going to do a great thing. The one thing that can keep Houston in this game, okay, the one area, when you have a 2-3 zone, the thing you get banged up on is the rebounding. And Houston's an incredible rebounding team. I mean, they are, arguably the best offensive and defensive rebounding team in the entire country. So top 10, 40 rebounds a game, that's top 10. Defensive rebounds, they're top 40. They're just really hard. They're scrappy, but Syracuse is really long. Syracuse matches up pretty well with Houston, and the injury to Giroux, I think, is just really, really big. I'm taking the 6 points right now. Syracuse +6 against Houston coming up on Saturday. All right? So those are the two plays for the NCAA tournament. Baylor -6.5, Syracuse +6. And then we've got Winnipeg under 6.5 and puck line for Pittsburgh here for 4 plays, half a unit going, 1 unit today, 1 unit Saturday, because the numbers are going to move and I don't want to move. I want the numbers where they are at 6 and 6.5. And then 2 player props in the Discord channel, and then that Celtics-Bucks over. I will be probably involved in that, but I'll tell you about it coming up in the Discord channel. Again, Discord link is below me here on YouTube. If you're listening to this, go to YouTube, find the link by searching BettingPros and looking at the Daily Juice podcast video. Look below, and you'll have it coming up, the link to get into the Discord channel. One quick look here before we wrap at what's going on for Philly and and Golden State. So let's see if that game is over. Did we get a W? Let's see. That game is still going on live. And it is a 10-point. They won by 10. So we covered. Okay. So that's good. So we got a 3-in-1 day up big. That's good. 3-in-1. Philadelphia cashes both player props cash. Hockey doesn't hit for us, but we go 3-in-1 and up nicely here on a Tuesday. That's great. Let's get same thing on Wednesday. Let's get some more winners going on Wednesday. My name is Matt Peralta. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt every morning. It's the Daily Juice podcast right here on BettingPros.com, brought to you by BetMGM.